How can I format my stories on Medium? This is a question many new beginner writers have when they are starting out on Medium, and in today's video, I want to answer all your questions regarding how to format the perfect article on Medium. Before we start, here's a quick introduction. My name is Anangsha Alamyan and I have been writing on Medium since 2020. I am also the editor and owner of Books Are Our Superpower, which is Medium's largest book-related publication and is also a part of Medium's latest Boost nomination program. So if you want to know how you can format your stories to make them look presentable and boost-worthy, then this video is for you. I'll be covering all the small, simple nuances that is inbuilt in the Medium's editor that you can use to make your story readable, skimmable, and shareable. Are you excited to learn more about the secrets of formatting? Let's get started. Let's open up a new story draft and I'll share with you all the secret formatting tools and tips that you need to know. So first, when you open a draft, this is how your page looks like on Medium. So this is a title. So when we write a title for a Medium story, one important thing to remember is that this should be in title case AP style, which means all the important words are capitalized. So if you don't know how to do that, we have a very simple hack, our dear old friend ChatGPT. Let's take a look how to do it. I'm going to copy it here and I'm going to paste it to ChatGPT. And ChatGPT has already given me a nice AP style, title case AP style format for this title. So this is the title of my story. And this is a subtitle, which is always going to be in sentence case, which means only the first word is capitalized. This is already there. So we are going to convert it into a subtitle. How to do that? Select the text and you can see that these options pop up. So select the smaller t. This will convert your text into a subtitle. As you can see, this is a title, it's a subtitle. Now, Medium has another feature called a kicker. Kicker basically means a few words that you want to add at the top of your title. This is mostly used to categorize your stories. For example, you want to add a kicker here that says, this is part 1 of a series of stories that you're writing about. So let's write it here, part 1 of a 4-part series. So this is, I have written the text. Now let's click on it again. And as you can see, the same options pop up. We are going to select this smaller t option again, and this will convert it to a kicker. The important part here to remember is kicker only functions above the title of your story. So you need to write your text above the title. If you write your text below the title, that's going to just convert it into a H1 header, which we don't want. All right, so let's start the article. So I have written a sample introduction. This is the introduction to the article. So suppose you want to write something that's starting with the next section, or you want to divide your article into different sections. So you want a divider or a line that divides these two sections. How you can do that? Once your last line of the first section is done, press enter. Then this plus icon comes up, right? So you can click here and you can select this line at the last. This is the divider. So this divides the first section from the second section. So first section begins. So I'm just going to copy this entire text and put it here just for demonstration purposes. This is the first section. Now we want this to be formatted as an H1 header. How we can do that? Select this text again, and from these options that come up, select the capital T. So this is a H1 header. Now suppose you want another H2 header here, subsection. So this is a H2 header that falls under this H1 header. So I'm just going to give numbers here just to make it easier for you to understand. So this is the subsection. So we are going to select the smaller t here. So as you can see clearly the difference in formatting between the H1 header and the H2 header. Let's just write it down to make it clear. Yeah. So again, this section is done. I'm going to press enter and put up a divider so that there's a clear line demarcating this. Now let's write another section. This is the second section here. And this is 2.1. After this, you can add another one here. This whole thing, let's copy paste and add another one. Yep. So you can have as many subsections or as many H2 headers under one H1 header. So this is basic formatting of articles. Now let's talk about how you can add quotes. So quotes are an important part of your Medium story. Say you want to write some, let's just take an example. of some quotes by Bill Gates. Okay. So I just want to add a quote here by Bill Gates. So I'm going to remove the numbering and I'm going to add some quotes and I'm going to write the name of Bill Gates. So this clearly states it's a quote by Bill Gates, and now we have to convert it into a quote format. So how we do that? Simply we select the text, and as you can see, these commas come up, the inverted commas or the quotation marks, and we select them. If you click that once, it becomes a quote. So all the parts of your article that are not written by you but by someone else, you can add that here. Also, if you want to add a link from where you found the quote, so we are going to copy this link here and we are going to paste this here. So how do you paste the link? It's very simple. When you select that part of the text, you see a link option and there you can paste the link. So that's how you add a link and a source to all your quotes. Let's add another section and let's repeat this whole text all over again. So there's another feature of Medium where you can use lists that can be either numbered lists or bullet lists. So let's take an example of a sample bullet list, and I'm going to make this into a H2 header. Yep. So how do you write a bullet list on Medium? It's very simple. We just press the star and then put a space. So this is it. This is a bullet. Then you press enter and the second item automatically comes. Now if you want to have a numbered list, it's also very simple. I'm going to put another header here. And then when I want to start my numbered list, I just have to press 1 and then press a dot after it. As you can see, automatically the numbers come up, and it's really easy to format that on Medium. Now we are going to put another divider, and that's the end of the section. So we already talked about quotes. This is called a block quote. A block as in this comes up as a separate block of text. There's another feature on Medium called the pull quote. So this happens usually in journalistic articles. If you write the whole article and there is some text that you want to highlight again. So what do? You pull that quote from your article and you highlight it. So suppose this part of the text is the most important part of your article and you want to highlight it. So what you do is we are going to copy it and we are going to paste it somewhere else. Maybe we are going to paste it at the beginning of the article. So right at the beginning we are pasting this. And then how to make it a pull quote? We have to select this text, click on the quote icon once. This makes it a block quote, which you already know. If we press it again, this is how you format a pull quote. Now remember, the difference between a pull quote and a block quote is that a block quote is by somebody else. You always have to put the link to it, and a pull quote is from your own article. It's a text that you have pulled from somewhere else and placed it at the point where more attention will be drawn to it. We have talked about all the text formatting parts. Now let's talk about adding images. So when we usually on a Medium article, we add an image after the subtitle. That's called a feature image, and that's the first image in your article. So when you press enter, you'll see this plus icon. From here, there are two options. The first is an option where you can add an image straight from your computer or from your device. And the second one is an option where you can add an image from Unsplash. So Unsplash is a website that provides us duty-free images. And I would advise to use Unsplash images because they have a huge collection of free images you can use without having to worry about copyright issues. So we are going to select add an image from Unsplash, and then you can search for the keywords. So this is an article about writing. So I'm going to select writer and press enter. Once I do, I can see there are 945 results. This is the first page. If I don't like any image, I'm going to click on next. And I'm going to keep clicking on next until I find an image that I like. And after I add the image, you can see the attribution is already done. So you don't have to worry too much about putting it there yourself. So yes, this is how you add an image, a feature image. If you want to add an image after one of the sections, the process is same. Just press enter, click on the plus button, select image, and then type the keywords and then select the image. So you can add as many images as you want. Usually I only add one image in an article, in a 1,000-word article. If you write really long articles and you want to break the monotony of the text, then you can add more images as well. Alright, so that's mostly about it. Other than that, there are also options about making your text bold by clicking on the B. You can also make your text italics by clicking on the I. And these are all the features that Medium has. And once you're done, once suppose this article is all ready and you have done all the formatting that you need to do, the next step is to publish it, or you can also add it to a publication. So to add it to a publication, you have to select the 3 dots from the top right and click on add to publication. This will show up a list of all the publications that you are a writer of. Now if you don't know how to become a writer in a publication, I have already made a video covering all the details about it. You can check it out. I have linked it right here. Then when you click on publish, you'll have the option of adding topics. Make sure you select 5 topics that are relevant to your story. For example, this story is about writing. So I'm going to select writers, writing, self-improvement, habits, goals. And then you can either publish it now or you can schedule it for later. And if you are a member of Medium Partner Program, then you can click on paywall your story. This will make sure your story is eligible to earn money from the Medium Partner Program. I hope these formatting tips were helpful to you, and I hope that you're going to use them in your next story. Make sure to leave a link to your story in the comment section so I can go and check them out. I'm also a regular reader on Medium, and I would love to connect with all your profiles. Aside from that, if you would like to write for Books Are Our Superpower, we are currently accepting new writers and new submissions. You can check out the submission guidelines in the description of this video so you can start submitting your stories today. Aside from that, if you are serious about making money on Medium, then here's a great news for you. My flagship course, Project Medium, is currently running at a 50% off sale. This course has helped 100 plus writers from all over the world to make their first $100 on the platform. If you are a new writer and want to make your first $100 on Medium, then Project Medium is just for you. Get it today from the link in the description of this video. This brings us to the end of this particular video. If you found it useful, don't forget to share it with all your writer friends so they can implement these formatting tips too. I'll see you again super soon with another new video. Until then, stay awesome and keep writing. Cheers!